Hi everybody, my name is Louisa. Welcome to my channel. And this is my cat, Boo Boo. Boo Boo likes to sit on my bead trays. I'm sure those of you who own cats know what I'm talking about. I actually set up a special bead tray for him to sit on, but he doesn't want that one. He wants the one that I'm working on. So there you go. But anyway, I'm hoping that you enjoy this tutorial. This tutorial will be using the bargain bead box for May. The beads are absolutely gorgeous. This month's subscription, I'm just in love with it because the name of it is called the Dragonfly Garden. So as you can imagine, it's going to be quite magical. We're looking at colors that are in the lavender family, purple family, silver, bluish. Anyway, we're going to glance over the items and see what we can come up with, and see you soon. Here are all the beads that came with this month's subscription. As you can see, the colors are really, really gorgeous. This one really stands out. These are the blue iris 4mm bicone beads. Look how gorgeous these are. I know they're in the plastic and you really can't see that well, but you will see them later on when I come up with something. This one too. This one is the 6x4 crystal rondelles in the rainbow iris. And so there are all kinds of colors there, bluish, silver, greenish. This one is gorgeous. These are electroplated round glass beads in blue iris as well. Look how gorgeous these beads are. They're absolutely stunning. So anyway, there's all kinds of items. These are the wing beads, 4x14mm wing beads. I don't know if you can see that. And then we've got all kinds of other things like this one here. These are petal beads in clear AB color. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I can't keep my eyes off the agate round beads in this beautiful crackled purplish color. And then there's a couple of purple beads at Dragonfly, of course. Okay, so it's not two-sided, it's only one-sided, so I'm gonna have to come up with an idea for this one. And then we've got the bead caps that normally come. The chain always comes with these subscriptions. We've got the toggle clasp and some other items. But anyway, as you can see, it's really, really pretty. Look at this one. This one is really cute. It's a pendant, small, and on the back of it, it says fly. And on the front of it is a dragonfly. Isn't that gorgeous? So anyway, let's see what I can come up with, and I'll set it up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this is just a preliminary design, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a multi-strand, a single strand, I don't know yet, but I took those beautiful crystals. I believe it's number 10 in the subscription. They're the electroplated quartz point beads, and I arranged them so that they, in order of size. So the bigger ones are in the middle, the smaller ones are on the outside of this string, and then I attached one of the links, which is number 4 in the subscription. It's the flower link, 15x13mm. And then I attached the component that I made with those beads that I showed you earlier. So I'm getting ready to attach the other one on the other side. So the first thing we do, as you can see, I've used a wire protector loop on the end there, because I did use stringing wire for these beads. So here's the component, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up one of the loops using some pliers. All right, so we're going to open up the loop just like this, and we're going to attach the link to that loop and then close it up. Make sure the loop is nice and closed. And my cat's getting in the way. I don't know if you can see his fur. And so here we go. Boo Boo. Okay. All right, let me just remove him. Excuse me. Okay. And here we go. And that's what we have so far. I'm going to continue finishing this necklace by adding some wire to the end, and I will be right back. Okay, let me go ahead and show you how I made this component. It's very easy, and if you're an advanced beader, you're probably going to get bored, but I feel like I should show everyone how I made this, because I'm sure there are a lot of new beaders that are trying to learn. So let's go ahead and show you the steps on how to make this. I make one loop, and I'm kind of lazy because, you know, I don't want to have to work too hard on making loops. So I use something called the one-step looper, which is a very cool and easy tool to use. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to place your wire inside the looper like this, and it doesn't have to go through the hole. I don't know if you can see that hole back there. It doesn't have to go through the hole initially. So you give it a squeeze and give it a little bend at the top, and it makes your first loop. And it's a pretty, you know, cool way easy way to make a loop. And you can always straighten it out later on if it's not exactly what you wanted. But anyway, right off the bat, I can see that I need to bend it a little bit right here so that the loop is centered better. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it, bend it a little bit, and there you go. Okay, so first we're going to thread on the number 7, which I think is the, let's see what size these are. These are the 4mm bicones. So we're going to thread on a number 7. Then we're going to thread on one of the bead caps, which is number 13. Make sure you put it in the right way. Okay. All right, and then this number 6 bead, which is the large 10mm bicones, Chinese bicones, goes next. Then we're going to put on another bead cap. Okay. Okay, so we got this, and then we're going to finish with another 4mm bicone. All right, so that's what we have. Then what you do, the next loop, we're not going to use the looper because the looper doesn't do the loops very close. The second loop doesn't do it very close to the bead, and I don't like that. So I'm going to do this one using a different tool. So here we go. We're going to kink it to a 90-degree angle using your pliers, just like that. Okay, then I'm going to measure, because I know that the one-step looper makes, I think they're 4mm loops. So I know right off the bat that if I measure 10mm from this little kink here that way and cut it, it's going to be the exact same size loop. So I'm going to do it off camera real quick. Using a marker, I'm going to measure and mark my wire so that it is 10mm from the kink. All right, and here it is. Can you see the little mark? Okay, so once you've got that, you go ahead and snip it right where you marked it at 10mm, and be careful because it does come off. The ink does come off, so you don't want to like rub with your fingers real hard. Okay, and then I use a different tool to finish the loop so that it's exactly the same as the other side. I use this barrel making, I guess it's a barrel making tool, 3 steps, 3 sizes. And I use the small size, so I'll go ahead and bend it. And as you can see, this size of the plier is flat. So you put it in here and you bend it. And you keep bending it until you have formed a loop, until it touches the wire. The end of the loop touches the wire. Okay, there you go. Let me do it again so that it closes. I want to make sure that it closes, that the loop closes. Okay, and there you go. All right. The other thing too that I because I'm kind of a lazy beader, I want to make sure that the loops line up. So I'm going to grab one loop with a set of pliers, and I'm going to grab the other loop and then twist it until they line up perfectly. I don't know if you can see that. And here we go. Okay, there's the component with the two loops, and that's how you make this piece. O mystical dragonflies, wings of heavenly hues, dancing above reeds, kissing sun and moon. Hey everyone, I'm back, and along with the beautiful jewelry, I thought I'd make up a little poem about dragonflies. As you can see, this is the design that I came up with some of the beads. This is the pendant, the one-sided pendant that I decided to just put on some wire. I made a loop, and then I wired some 28 millimeter loop on top of, wire on top of the loop to give it kind of like a mesh look with some bicones in the mesh. And then I wired the dragonfly onto the mesh. I also attached a little rhinestone for the head, as you can see. And I think it looks pretty nice, really cute. Here are the rest of the beads. These are the larger beads that came with the May subscription, and these are the round, I think they're 8 millimeter crackle beads. They're like a kind of a pinkish, purplish color. And then if you look closely, you can see the little rondelles that came with the subscription. I put them up here as well. And let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see what I did at the top. I used some 8/0 seed beads to finish off the necklace at the top. So anyway, this is what it looks like. I thought it came out pretty cute. It's, you know, a very whimsical kind of a necklace. I also, in addition to this, I wanted to make a bracelet to match. So I came up with this idea. As you can see, I used the same round crackle beads. They look like agate, but it's not. It's like a round patterned kind of a bead in the purplish color. And in between each one, I put the bicones that came with a subscription. And then this clasp was one of my own from my stash. It was slightly smaller than the one that came with a subscription, which I actually did not use in this necklace. I used it in a different necklace. This is another one of the clasps that I have in my stash. But anyway, I attached the little pendant or charm to the bracelet, as you can see, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I was very happy with this subscription because I kept making pieces and just like I couldn't stop. And I still have a bunch of beads left over. These larger round rondelle beads came from my stash as well, and they're the same color as the bicones that came with the subscription, so I was pretty happy with that. So that's this one. Did a second necklace using some of the other beads. Let me just attach it so you can see it better. Give me just 1 second. Okay. All right, so this is what I came up with using the little rose petal beads. Well, they're not little, they were actually pretty big, and I attached the charm, one of the dragonfly charms, some chain and some bicones, and then I also used the round electroplated, I think it's blue iris drukes that came with the subscription. And then I also made like little, I don't know if they're fireflies or dragonflies with the little wing beads here. I don't know if you can see that as well. Now this component I got on my own because it was one of the, it came with one of the other subscriptions that I can't remember what month it was. But the one that I got in the subscription was like a bronze color, and this was a silver, antique silver color, which I got on Etsy. So I got a bunch of these. I absolutely love them. And let me just take it off so you can see the rest of the necklace. So I continued the pattern, the little firefly pattern, as you can see. all the way. I repeated it further up, and then I ended up doing like a lobster clasp at the top. So that's this one. Most of these are on wire. I used 20 millimeter or 20 gauge wire. And then down here, I actually used beading flex wire for this piece right here. So in addition to this, I also made a bracelet, and here it is, a matching bracelet, using some spacer beads from my stash. These little spacer beads did not come with the box, so they're from my stash. And then the same thing with the lobster clasp. This clasp was from my stash, and then I did make this little charm using the beads from the subscription. And it's the same kind of bug, lightning bug, dragonfly, whatever you want to call it, that I made for the necklace. Same one. So that's this one. Then I made a third necklace, and let me just put it on the necklace display so you can see it. Give me just 1 second. Here it is. And with this one, I used those pointed electroplated, I forget what they're called, but they're the elongated pendant beads that came with the subscription for this month. And the larger bicones, as you can see up here, and these little links, these did come with the subscription. I used 2 of them there, and then chain at the top, and then I did use the actual clasp that came with the subscription. So let me take it off, and so you can see it a little closer. So here it is. I used rondelles in between each of these pendant beads, and then I did arrange them in order of size, so the bigger ones are in the center and the shorter ones are on the outside. And then there are the rondelles. I use them again here, and then the link, and then a couple of bicones, the bead caps, as you can see right there, the larger bicone, and then the chain. And that's how this one came out, and I thought it came out pretty cute. And then, just for the heck of it, I went ahead and made another bracelet. But most of these rondelles, well, all of these clear crystal rondelles are actually from my bead stash. I used the purple round beads from the subscription. I used my own clasp, and then of course one of the dragonfly charms. So that's it, and I hope you liked everything I've made. I'm going to arrange it all on my bead tray so you can see it all together, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've put them all on the bead tray so you can see everything that I was able to make. I forgot to mention that I did make a couple of earrings to match this necklace right here using the same kind of beads, using the link and the larger bicone. And there it is. I'm pretty happy with this collection. I thought it was a lot of fun making it, and I just love the colors and the combination of you know, everything, the silver, the crystal beads, and the round smooth beads, and I just had a lot of fun. And anyway, here it is. Let me get a close-up again so you can see how I made everything. It was pretty easy, very inspirational. I didn't have to think too hard. It just kind of came to me. I kept making all kinds of, you know, things, and I couldn't stop, and I'm gonna still keep going because I still need to make some earrings for this piece and some earrings for this piece as well. And I don't know, I think I have enough beads to even make another necklace, so we'll see. So anyway, I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.